The day of the patch is finally here, guys, and we have a massive rebalance. I'm talking about buffs, I'm talking about nerfs, and we're gonna check everything out in today's video. Welcome to another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Hope you guys are having an amazing day. So, we were expecting to see a couple of nerfs, or at least one of them, right? Because we have this super powerful rare character that was, honestly, out-damaging every single legendary character. Some people are bothered by it, some people are not. A lot of people are saying that he was way too powerful for a rare character, and just in general was more powerful than any other character in the game. Personally, I don't necessarily have any issues with anything like that, to be honest. But some rebalance is required every now and then. Now we have a lot of buffs, we have some nerfs, we have some changes to a lot of characters, to be honest. And I don't think we have any crazy buffs to be like, wow, you know, it's absolutely game-changing. So the most noticeable thing, of course, are the changes to Bane. So these are the changes right here. We're actually going to go to the website. This had a multiplier of 1.2 attack instead of the 0.4. So that's what basically changed. Basically, 2/3 of the damage got cut off from the multipliers right here. He's still very powerful, though. So I still have clanmates that have him maxed. And everybody's still very happy with the character. He's still powerful, just not at a broken level. At least that's what most of them are saying. So let's actually head over to the patch notes on the website. Basically, they have adjusted some other things right here. Issues where the triggering conditions for certain skills are displayed incorrectly. Current description: when an ally is attacked, correct trigger after an ally attacks. So that's, of course, for Bedivier's Chivalry Tier 8. Then we have, for Lot's Chivalry Tier 3. For Garrett's Chivalry Tier 3 skill. And for the Adventure Mode, Chapter 8 Monster Clauda's skill. So, some people are saying that this is pretty bad. Personally, I did not really have a chance to play with any of these three heroes to really notice any difference at the moment, right? Then, issues where the description for Guinevere's Frost Relic Skill 2, Silver Rage, incorrectly displays 9% of Guinevere's max HP for the shield effect in traditional Chinese. The correct value of 15% shield is applied. Only the number in the description is incorrect. Then, of course, we have tons of new events in-game, actually. I can actually show you that. We have a boosted summon for the one and only. He might be the best damage dealer in the game, Bedivier. I still haven't got him. I will definitely try to get him. Recently, I've been hitting the Mercy, okay? So, I've hit the Mercy twice on the rate-up summons. I've got Merlin twice. Then on the special summon, I think I've already hit the Mercy 3 times. So, I'm not the luckiest person alive, to be honest. But hopefully, I'm gonna put my hand on him. To be honest, because they are only a small amount of characters in the game, it's very hard to get new ones after a certain point, and you're gonna end up with quite a few dupes. Like, I do have a few legendaries now, so I have 2 that we're getting for free. Everybody has them. Then, of course, we have 1, 2, 3 with Merlin, 4 with her, and I have 5 and 6 legendaries in total so far. So, I've got quite a few dupes from some of them, to be honest with you guys. It is what it is, I guess, right? You don't really have like hundreds of legendaries to be like, okay, I'm gonna get a new one for sure, right? To be honest, I'm really looking to get her. She just looks badass. I love the design on her, looks so freaking evil, and she's actually a pretty amazing support character. But enough, I'm digressing here, guys. So, talking about events, we have a hero power-up boost event. The rewards are not insane, are not bad either, to be honest. If we can beat the Plane of Beasts on floor 10, yes, the rewards are great. 10 summons. I'm still not there. Hopefully, in the next 13 days, I will be able to get that done. Of course, in the meantime, I'm going to progress quite a bit. I can auto stage 9 without a problem, but I'm not just there with stage 10. I just get obliterated. Then we have the Relic power-up boost. This one as well, it doesn't have bad rewards whatsoever. You're going to get 15 rate-up summon tickets, if I'm not mistaken. I'm already with one at level 50, so I guess I'm going to save a lot of XP just to get that level 60 done. We need to do 100 frozen plains as well, which will give us quite a bit of XP, which will allow us to basically get that. Plus, we're getting a lot of legendary relic breaths, which will 100% help us complete this event without a problem. Then we have a gold collecting event. My god, man, and this gold, I feel like I'm always without gold. Like yesterday, I've got so much freaking gold, and it's gone. Probably I got like 6 or 7 million gold yesterday, and I have 800k. And to be honest, I don't really feel like I've done much with it in terms of upgrades, you know? I've got 2 million today. You're just getting gems from here, so it's not bad. You can get more stamina after. Then we have the Monster Hunter ranking event. Now, this one will actually have a different type of reward on top of the typical rewards that you're getting from here. 3 summons, again, not bad. So the game encourages you and gives you quite a few summons even for the limited time event, which is actually really, really good. I like to see that. So basically, on the rankings, you're going to be able to earn more rewards. Last time I've got rank 3. I'm planning to get again in the top 5 at least. And then we have the Arena Challenge. I'll be honest, even though they fixed a bit the matchmaking and stuff, I feel like this is a very dull game mode, and they definitely need to work on bringing in some live arena game modes or something that will keep the players more interested, but they need to add something as a main reward that will boost your progression, your account somehow, so people are constantly doing it, you know? So, yeah, not the biggest fan, but hey, we're gonna get quite a bit of stamina from here, so count me in. 200 fights. These are all of the events that we have going on at the moment after the patch, guys. So if we're gonna head over to check out all of the characters. The rest of the things are not that important, to be honest. They fixed some bugs here and there, some UI improvements. But what matters is this one right here, the hero balance adjustments, guys. So we start strong with Merlin. It's good that we can see what I had before, what changed after. So by the looks of it, on both of the Frost and the Flame relics, the positive effects will no longer be influenced by resistance stats. So I'm not 100% sure if they mean that we don't actually need accuracy for this thing to actually proc. Most likely, I would assume that that's the requirement, right? Then we have Cormac, guys. Passive skill, Irish Memorial. Basically, he got a bit of a buff here. Instead of inflicting damage dealt decrease 2 on all enemies, now he's inflicting damage dealt decrease 3, which is definitely better. Then we have Boars right here, which got a buff as well. I was actually thinking about leveling him up yesterday, just because of the counterattack effect. I'm a pretty big fan of counterattack, guys. So basically, what changed right here? He's putting counterattack right now for 3 turns instead of 2 turns. That's definitely a plus. The Frost Relic will do exactly the same thing. Nothing else really changed on him. Basically, they just increased all of the cooldowns on all of the relics. So you're going to put counterattack damage for 3 turns rather than 2. So that's a positive. Then we have Garrett. So we have, of course, for all of the relics, Fire, Frost, Stone relics, active skill 1, Exhaustive Feast. Before, it had a chance to stun, only a 20% chance to stun. Now it has a 30% chance to stun. So a bit of a buff, nothing insane from there. Arthur, which by the way, he's not really that great for being King Arthur, right? Like you would expect a bit more from him and his Excalibur. Basically, he got this passive cooltime -1. And right now he has a skill tree, a crit rate turns plus 1 turn. Which, okay, I'll take that, I guess, right? You're gonna get an extra turn on it. But the passive cooltime -1. I don't think they increased that, right? Because it shows how it was before. So I'm a bit confused. Let's actually go in and see. So we have the commanding shout on Arthur. What exactly they mean with that? Commanding shout. Okay, so cooldown 3 turns, passive cooldown -1. And right now you're getting the buff for 2 turns. Okay, so I think the cooldown is still the same if I'm not mistaken. I don't think they've changed anything on the actual cooldown. Unless I'm mistaken, I can't really remember what it was before. Then we have Cardin. So we have, again, passive skill 1, Raging Darkness. Basically, it's going to put increased attack, defense increased turns for 2 turns instead of 1. So again, a bit of a buff. But as I mentioned, they're not super noticeable buffs to be like, oh my god, this character is super powerful now. So just a bit of an adjustment on them, which I think was needed on some of them. Then on his second passive, again, you're basically going to get default skill uses 2 instead of 1, and you're going to get, for the level 2 skill, max uses 2 as well. So basically they increased that by 1. Then we have Claricine. This is somebody that I have. So basically, let's see what exactly changed right here. Again, it's just turn. So before was on all enemies for 2 turns. Right now, you're going to get it on all enemies for 3 turns. Then the Chivalry tier 8, Seize the Moment, actually got a damage boost. So instead of 59% attack, it went all the way to 83% attack. Okay, so that's a bit of a buff. Then we have Bedivere. Let's see. They increased a bit his damage. Okay, so they increased his damage from 126% to 140%. I guess that was required, but that's only on the Storm Relic active skill, Gale Spear. Then, Morgana. We have the Storm Relic, active skill 3, Eye of Disaster. So this one seems like it got a bit of a buff, yes. I mean, did it got a bit of a buff? So right now, I mean, previously, you had a 60% chance to inflict sleep for 1 turn. After the changes, you have a 60% chance to inflict sleep for 1 turn. Then you had an 80% chance to inflict recovery disruption for 1 turn. And right now, you have an 80% chance to inflict recovery disruption for 1 turn. I'm not sure if they've made a mistake here or something, but it doesn't seem like anything changed. Unless it's for 2 turns. Let's actually quickly check that. So we gotta go at Morgana. I don't like to call her a Morag, guys. I don't know. I'm so used to call her Morgana, just from the movies and stuff, you know. It's pretty hard for me to get used to it. So which one was the skill? Was it this one? Okay, sleep for 2 turns. Sleep for 2 turns. I feel like that's what changed. Sleep for 2 turns. Yeah. Okay, so they've just made a mistake in the wording right here. Then we have Gillian, the passive skill, Flexible Diplomacy. Seems like before it had no cooldown, and now it has a 1-turn cooldown. I guess that's what changed on Gillian. Let's quickly check that as well, just to make sure that we have it right in a game. Where is she hiding? So which one of the passive? This one right here? I think this one, right? So now it has a cooldown of 1 turn. 70% chance to trigger when an ally recovers HP. Charges attack gauge of 2 random allies by 30%. Or maybe you were only able to use it once before. But either way, now you have a 1-turn cooldown. So I'm not sure if it's a buff or a nerf, because I can't really remember what it was before. So the X kind of like means none to me, but maybe that was the case, and we actually had no changes there. I'm not sure why is this constantly freezing. Okay, there we go. Then we have Turin, Chivalry tier 8 research results. So we have a cooldown of 1 turn. Again, it seems like this is a nerf. This is a nerf, because before he was recovering 100% of the max HP, and now he's only recovering 30%. Okay, so that's definitely a nerf. Then we have the passive skill 2, Darkswood Grace. 100% max HP recovery went all the way down to 30% max HP recovery with a cooldown of 1 turn. So basically, they had no cooldowns before. Okay. Then we have Nicholas, the Flame Relic. Is this a bit of a buff? Yeah, so it's a bit of a buff. More damage. You're getting from 70% all the way to 108. And effect resistance is for 2 turns. A debuff for 1 turn, guys, is very, very useless, okay? Because, 1, you need to tune your team perfectly. Sometimes you can do it. It will get pretty hard in some cases, at least right now while we're progressing through the game. And you're going to land the debuff on the boss, on the target. It's going to instantly take a turn, and that's it, basically, right? you're not really going to be able to do much with it. So 2 turns, I feel like they are required for the debuffs. And it's pretty much the same on his Wind Relic as well. Then Ban, here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Attacks one enemy 2 times, so the damage went from 0.6 to 0.2, and that's on the Flame Relic. And he has a chance to inflict attack speed decrease for 2 turns, which pretty much is the same thing, nothing really changed there. Then the Flame Relic, Fiery Tornado, got a nerf on the multipliers as well, from 1.2 attack, went all the way down to 0.3, while the rest of the things did not change. On the Frost Relic, again, from 0.9 attack, he went to 0.2. My god, that's a pretty big hit on this hero. But my clanmates are saying that he's still kicking ass, you know, which is good to know that they haven't went overboard with it. Then this one right here, from 0.6 went to 0.2, from 1.2 went to 0.2. Seems like everything went to 0.2. And this one had a 1.5, and it went to 0.4. Okay, so this is still pretty effective. The more speed you get, the more damage. I guess they were more concerned about the real end game, once you're going to be able to get a lot of speed on your characters. Then we have the Chivalry as well, which seems like it got a bit adjusted. So grant Self Fierce Blade for 2 turns. Right now he's gonna grant Self Fierce Blade and Drain Increase for 2 turns. And Drain Increase 15% has been added. Okay. Tristan. What happened to Tristan? He got a bit of a buff on the Spectral Dance on the Flame Relic from 0.3 to 0.6. Then he got another bit of a nerf, actually. Okay, this is a nerf. I feel like he's just not doing enough anyway. Why nerf him, you know? So from 0.6 multiplier, he went to 0.3 attack. The rest is still the same, and instead of attacking 2 random enemies, now he attacks 1 enemy and then a random enemy. So that's a bit of a buff because I guess it's more selective now. Then on the Frost Relic, he got a buff as well. From 0.3, he went all the way down to 0.6. Nothing else really changed. Then on the Storm Relic, what else we have right here? Let's see. From 0.3, he went to 0.6, which is definitely good. The rest of the things are still the same. And Chivalry Bladestorm got a nerf. From 670% attack, which most likely seems like was just an error in the coding. Whoever typed that probably put the wrong numbers in. 100% attack, and extra damage per attack speed is 0.6 rather than 1.5. Then we have Thrive. What do we have right here? Let's see. So the multipliers got nerfed as well here too, by the looks of it. From 0.3 went to 0.1. The rest is pretty much still the same. Then on the Aim for the Vitals, we have a nerf as well, from 0.3 to 0.1. And triggers Mark's Explosion if target has Mark. Deals additional damage to 35% attack upon triggering Mark Explosion. So this seems like it's actually a nerf as well to how it works, because you're not dealing that extra damage, right? Then we have the Frost Relic. Seems like it changed here as well in terms of multipliers. From 0.3, we went to 0.2. And the rest is pretty much the same. Right here, from 1.2, we went all the way to 0.4. And the rest of the things are pretty much the same. Then we have Lionel, who most likely got a bit of a nerf as well. From 0.9, went to 0.2. So that means that all of these multipliers were pretty hardcore on most of the characters. They were dealing a lot of damage. So this might be an oversight from them. They did not expect the attack speed to perform so well, I guess, right? So that's why they've made so many adjustments on so many different characters, because as you may notice, is all about each point of attack speed increases damage per hit. So all of these characters, they actually got a bit of a touch. A bit of a nerf, I would say, because pretty much all of them, except Tristan and maybe another one that actually had the multipliers increased, got the multipliers decreased. So that's what you can expect in terms of changes. Of course, this is already live in-game, ladies and gentlemen. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you are a Ben fanatic, is he still performing good for you guys? Are you happy with the changes? Let me know. As usual, appreciate all of you guys watching. Rebalancing is something that is required in most of the games, guys, especially on an early release game. One thing with this game, though, I like that they actually have the resets, right? And they actually gave us a free reset in case if we want to modify any characters. So as long as we are getting our resources back, I guess doing rebalancing is not so bad. Kai is still the GOAT, guys. That's why I invested in her first, because I like her. I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay safe. Peace.